I think maybe you will be asked to answer 3 passages, about 40 minutes. The same will be for listening. I think so.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah. You just gave us, alhamdulillah, enough details for the exam. However, we're going to cover each skill alone. And I guess that you had a look on the outline. Inshallah, we're gonna cover every aspect, inshallah. So, guys, I would like to tell you why do people take IELTS? Can you please type this in the chat? Sometimes you're going to speak, some other times you're gonna type things in the chat. So, by the way, the chat is for everyone. So if you don't have an idea, you just can follow the chat and you're going to acquire much information, inshallah. I'm going to save the chat, so you're going to receive a copy, inshallah. To improve, so some people just study to improve themselves, like Nermeen. What else?
Can I say something?
Yes, you can. While people are typing, you can. Okay.
Okay, there are many reasons for taking the IELTS test. For example, some people want to enroll in a foreign college or outside their country, completing their high studies or postgraduate studies, or even for immigration and living in another country. So they need to take an English proficiency test for proving that they can communicate in English in a very good way.
That's it, mashallah. You just answered my question perfectly, because there are three reasons for people to study IELTS. Some people study that for their normal study, so they have to take the IELTS test to be accepted in universities, as Ms. Inan said. Some other people just take the IELTS to find a good job, of course, with a high salary. And the third one, to travel abroad and live in English-speaking countries. And you're not going to be accepted, yes, like Canada, New Zealand, and of course England, Australia. And they're not going to host you in these countries unless you prove that you can communicate, as Miss Iman, mashallah, clearly said and stated. So it's a proficiency test. It proves that you can communicate, understand, comprehend, and reply to people in their normal conversations. So, guys, do you know, mention at least one of the 5 top languages spoken around the world? Just mention one. You don't have to list them according to the first or second or third. So tell me, what are the 5 most spoken languages around the world, according to the speakers of the language? MashaAllah, Nermeen, MashaAllah. Perfect. She gave 2 answers. I don't know if they are correct or not. 3, MashaAllah, she's moving. Oh, she's correcting the word. Okay, great.
English and Chinese.
Yes, perfect. What else?
Arabic.
Everyone is using the word English. Russian. I love Russia. You don't know that I love Russia. I'm in love with Russia. Yes. Okay, what else? English, French, Spanish, Chinese. Great. So, guys, the first wide world spoken language is the Mandarin, which is the language of the Chinese. And it is spoken by people inside China because, mashallah, there are too many. And then, according to the British Council site, English is the 3rd language. But if I checked like some other sites, they said that English is the 2nd language. And do you know, Spanish as well is one of the best 5. And do you know if Arabic is included or not? Just type Y for yes and for no. Is Arabic included in the best 5? Yes, Dalia. Who else? We have only one answer. I received one answer, mashallah, yes. Someone said no, no. So we got 3 yes and 2 no, 4 yes now, or 4 and 3. It is included. It's considered to be the 5th one. I guess that like 4 million people are using Arabic around the world. We're too many, and Muslims are many, so that they have to learn to use Arabic so that they could read the Quran. Okay, so we knew why people take IELTS, why people study IELTS, why people care about IELTS, and it's the official English proficiency test. Okay, and it's powered by British Council, the IDP agency. Okay, so now let's start our first task. I'm going to send you a link. Just watch what I would like you to see here. Yes. So I hope that you can see my screen, guys.
Okay.
We start with the game. I would like you to just see the game. Then I'm sending you a link to just try it yourself. Can anyone tell me what is this for? What is this for, guys? What is this symbol for? I received no answers. I would like to hear you guys because I'm not looking at the chat currently. Any answer?
Number.
Okay. What else? I guess that we use this too much these days.
Hashtag.
It's a symbol. It's a
Hashtag.
symbol we use to
Digit,
write
I think.
code like that.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I would like you to just try to give me 3 hashtags that if I asked you to describe yourself and describe your circumstances, your mood, you're gonna tell me these 3. I don't care which one comes first, which one is next, just like that. I'm gonna talk about myself. The first one is I'm awesome. I love myself. I see myself amazing. I thank myself every day for being here on in this world. This is my first one. The second one, I'm kind. People say I'm evil, but I'm kind, right? They say I'm evil, but I see myself as a kind person. And the third one, which is my source of pride, is that I'm a Zamalkawi person. So these are my 3 hashtags. If I would like people to know who's Hussein, I would like them to know that Hussein is a good person, he's kind, and he's Zamalkawi. Now, I would like you to do the same. I'm sending you a link. Click the link, go and post your 3 hashtags together. Here in one post. I'm going to share my screen to see and know you well, guys. So, is it, oh, some people are trying to start. Yes, write your name and give me the 3 hashtags. In one post, write your name, then enter and write the 3 hashtags. Aya Saleh, yes. Iman, Dalia, yes, Dalia, thank you so much. Yes. Show me your hashtags, guys. Oh, people, oh, I'm American, mashallah. Oh, you, yes, Aya, you're American, mashallah. Yes, yes. Ahmed, I didn't see your hashtag yet. Ahmed Muhammad, yes. Oh, Abdullah is a Zamalkawi, mashallah, Abdullah, thank you so much. Make it in the form of a hashtag, Abdullah. We need to count that. Dalia, academic principal. I have a message, mashallah. She's a messenger. Aya is a hard worker. And Norma is pretty, wild. Yes, great. Naima, I'm kind. Oh, mashallah, we share things, guys. Yes, I'm helpful, Ahmed. Ahmed is helpful, perfect. Iman, hard worker. I'm a mother, mashallah, English teacher. So Iman finished her 3 hashtags. Iman, I would like you to look through other hashtags to find common things between you and your friends.
Okay.
Great, 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 great. Abdullah is 22 and 4. I don't know what is 22 and what is 4, but these, maybe you have 22 years of experience, you have 4 sons or children, I don't know, but we're going to find out.
Yeah, I have 4 children.
MashaAllah, may Allah bless all of them. Sahar is kind, guys. If you would like to know a kind person, go and know Sahar. She's a good friend as well. Yes, Naima is kind, helpful, and English instructor. Iman, strong, independent woman. We have a strong, independent woman. Perfect, Iman. We'll see, Iman. We'll see. Everything will be so clear. Guys, I'm recording this. I'm recording this. So make
Yes.
sure that you write things that you can prove. Yes, 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 yes. I like dancing. Good for you. I am a sister. I'm a Muslim. I'm responsible for children's minds. Okay, Dalia. Good, good, great, great, great. Oh, guys, I have only like. Yes, yes, Iman. I'm an academic manager. I have a vision. MashaAllah, someone is with a vision. This is perfect. I care about human feelings. Oh, we have to know whose person is this. And we have Ahmad Tantawi. What did you write, Tantawi? Okay. Barca. Oh, Barca is going to leave the Champions League tonight. Yes, 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 yes. I'm a sister. I'm a Muslim. I'm kind. Someone just wrote I'm kind. I'm honest, I'm kind. Both. But you didn't type your names, guys. So how do we know you? This will be the question for our episode tonight. You have to find out who are these people. And the one who's going to find out, 2 people will receive a prize from Tamer, not from me, of course. Okay? Perfect, 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 perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Iman, Sahar. Dua now, dua. Yes, dua is the one honest and kind. Okay, I guess that most of you have finished this task. So thank you so much. I would like you to, I wish you had just took a picture for this slide so that you know who you're talking to. Now let's go back to our session and our presentation here. Say Bismillah again, and let's see what do we have for today. So guys, I would like you to tell me, I guess that you had a look at our outline and you knew that for a while we're going to study grammar. So what are the grammar lessons that we're studying today? Yes, who can tell me?
Is, I guess, as parts of speech.
Perfect. What else? So,
Articles.
Articles and parts of speech.
do you agree? Do you agree to what I said, guys? You can thumb up. You can clap your hands. Use the reactions, guys. I'm sharing my screen, so I can't use my reactions. You can use yours to say that if the yes, Ahmed said okay. So we're studying today parts of speech and what else?
Says
Tenses. Yes, we're going to have
Articles.
a quick tenses and articles. These are the 3 different lessons that we're studying. I'm not going to start explaining until you show me your notebook. You must have your notebook and it must be for IELTS only. Thank you so much, Aya. If you have your notebook, thumb up. Show me your action. Show me that that's why I'm using. I know when it's frozen, so feel free. Mr. Ahmed Tantawi is here to show us his notebook. Show me your notebook with copybook, Mr. Ahmed. MashaAllah. Perfect. Perfect. I have my own notebook as well. It's not here now, but I'm going to bring it because I have everything here on that PPT. And let's start, guys. Here we have the first part, which is the parts of speech. Okay, guys, this is my first question to you. What are the different parts of speech that is widely known and recognized?
Yeah.
So if you would like to type in the chat, it's fine. If you would like to speak, this is better. So let me hear what do you have.
Yes. Yes, please, Mr. Hussein.
Okay, just speak. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe we have about 9 parts of speech. Number 1 is the nouns, verbs, adjective, adverb, articles, conjunctions, or maybe we call this words linking words.
Yes.
Exclamation marks.
Yes. MashaAllah, thank you so much. Help your brother, please, guys.
Yes.
I see some people wrote things in the chat like there are 9, some people wrote 8. and you nouns, verbs, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, articles, conjunctions, prepositions, verb, object, adjective, adverb, mashallah, mashallah. We have some great ideas here, you guys. Yes, so really, Mr. Abdullah, you killed the question when you said it's 9, because some people are confused when they say 8 or 9. Normally, people consider them to be only 8. However, Mr. Abdullah has a point, because some other people say no, they are 9, as articles are on a category, different category. And the people who said 8 just consider articles to be part of adjectives. That's why people are confused whether they are 9 or 8. And we don't care about this. I care about how to use them and how to differentiate between the different types. So thank you so much, guys. Now let's see what do we have here. We have nouns, verbs, adjectives,
Nouns, verbs,
and
adjectives, adverbs.
We're going to shed the light on each one of them. Just go through the names of them. And we have prepositions, conjunctions, as Mr. Abdullah said, or linking words, and pronouns. Yes?
Okay.
And the last one is the interjection. We're going to study each one now, and get ready, guys, to interact. Learn to type and to at the same time. Now I'm back. Yes, I'm back here now. Yes. You can hear me well, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yes,
fine.
we can hear you.
As I told you, sometimes my laptop is frozen. Now let's learn about the said while they were having a look at my outline. Oh, we're English teachers and we know well what are the parts of speech. However, I'm so sorry to say that you can start studying IELTS unless you know what are the different types or the different parts of speech and how do you differentiate between each one. And why you're studying them is what is in front of you eyes now. You have like 30 seconds to read and tell me what is the use of the parts of speech. How can they serve and help me? Who's listening to Muhammad Munir? Oh, I love the thing.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I received no answer, guys. Oh, I'm going to look at my chat here so it's easier. No one sent me the answer. I said, why do we study parts of speech?
Yeah, Mr.
Any
Hassan.
ideas?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, my dear friend.
Yes, because this information will help us how to make our sentence.
True. And also, Mustahar wrote that they help us understand sentences, to use language in a perfect way. This is really great. Perfect. To know how to form sentences and use words, and also to play with words, which is really important and which is really deceitful in the IELTS exam. So, guys, are there any test takers in this course? Tell me, guys, raise your hand if you're going to take the IELTS. You're going to take the test.
Yeah,
No one?
I'll do.
Okay, so
I'll take it.
Inshallah. Inshallah, mashallah. Good luck. So, guys, you have to help your sister Iman. She's there in the room to take damage. Okay. So make sure, guys, that you're muted if you have background noise or something. Okay, now I have some answers here that we use words, inshallah. We use words and we can play with words because this is what you really find in the exam. In the listening exam, they are going to deceive, to cheat. They are going to fool people by playing with words. They are changing the parts of speech and they have many tricks that we're going to cover, inshallah. Well, good luck, Mr. Ahmed. Good luck. So we would like to know good knowledge of English, good command of English. You should know what's the basic structure and you know how to change your sentences. And this is what we're really going to learn in this course. Okay. So this was my question to Mr. Abdullah, because we said the people were confused whether to consider them as 8 or as 9. Some people, as we said, consider articles to be in different category and they stand on their own, while other people say no, they just can go under our adjectives.
Adjective.
Okay, so yes. So here, the English people have a wise saying, which is you need to walk before you can run. And they have also a proverb for this to give the same meaning. This is why we're studying parts of speech before we start studying grammar, because mainly are the parts of speech. So they don't know whether the word is a verb or a noun, and they just confuse everything because we didn't teach them and we didn't highlight how important they are. So I'm so happy that we have some teachers. We have many teachers, I guess. So I'm sure that you're going to start teaching your students and the importance of, they have to know why this word, what part of speech is this word, whether it's a verb or a noun or whatever. So guys, who can give me an English proverb which means the same like you need to walk before you can run? Any ideas? I'm looking at the chat, I'm listening to you, so feel free to speak, because I will never be the only speaker here. I came here to learn from my friends.
We have a lot, but not the same meaning, frankly, Mr.
Hey, try. Maybe you're going to tell us a proverb that we don't know, so you're going to teach us now. Any ideas?
The cat has 9 lives, and not the same meaning, but
Yes.
it's a proverb.
Well, okay, you're getting closer because you're thinking. You're asking your brain to move, to act. Yes, guys, I'm going to mention the first word only. Don't.
Don't.
The next word after don't must be, this is why we're studying parts of speech. Don't is followed by?
Don't what, sorry?
The word
Infinitive.
don't should be followed by?
Infinitive.
A verb.
Yes, perfect. So look for a verb that comes after don't and give you the same meaning like what's written here in yellow. Any ideas?
Don't start what you can finish.
Okay, that's perfect, but you're getting closer. Thank you so much. We're getting closer. Keep thinking, guys. I'm going to add the second word. Don't cross.
Don't cross.
Don't cross the bridge before you reach it, like that.
I love Mr. Ahmed Abdul Latif. Yes, guys.
Thanks.
We're Egyptians. We're limitless. We just have plans of doing great things while we're sitting at home. So we should have a plan. We should dream, but we should move in steps. We should move in logical order. So that's the same thing. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. If you're going to, if you're learning, if you're improving your English language standards, inshallah, after studying this course, inshallah, you're not going to be less than 7. And I'm sending you the criteria of the grading system. I said that we're not going to talk about IELTS in detail because we're just moving through some grammar. And when we start studying listening, which is like after 5 lectures from now, we are going to have the grading sheet, or I guess that some of you have it, and we can send it to you as well. Okay, now, so sometimes just understanding the parts of speech will make you understand the sentences. So, and if you would like to do some more advanced grammar, you have to study also parts of speech. So here, sometimes, it's not sometimes, when we start the reading session, you're going to be thrilled. Why? Because starting from today, I will never answer the normal questions of students or learners, which is, sorry, what does this word mean? Never ask this question. You have to understand the thing as a whole. You have to try to figure out what does so do you know what's the first word?
This one adjective. The
Before
ends with it's come from the word decide.
Okay.
Think, I don't know.
Here it's an adjective because the adjective modifies a noun in English.
Perfect.
Yes,
Now,
guys, it comes before the noun.
If our students understand what is an adjective and they know that OUS words are adjectives, So they don't need to know what does the word mean because they were related to trees. So it's a kind of tree. It's a kind of a tree. So this is why parts of speech are really important. Okay, so guys, now let's go far and read what do we have. We said that there are 8. The first one is the word nouns.
No.
So guys, can you please, yes, it preceded the noun. Thank you so much, Ms. Dalia. So we have nouns, and a noun is a name of a person, thing, idea, place. So guys, please, I'm looking at the chat. Please type as many nouns as you can. Type as many nouns as you can. You don't have to categorize them. Just mention the noun and don't say if it's a person or idea or thing or a place or a time. Oh, Egypt, we have Aya, mashallah, she's a patriot. Perfect. All bag Dubai. Oh, someone is dreaming to travel to Dubai. Kat, Ahmed, Iman, Egypt, Chair. Yes. May, mashallah, we have time. Lion Country School, Lion, Barcelona. Nermina is in love with Barcelona.
That's
Inshallah,
true.
you'll cry today, Nermin. You'll cry, inshallah. 3 UAE School, Abdullah, Table, Ahmed, Ali, Camel. MashaAllah, Miss Asma. Laptop. Oh, I need to buy a laptop. Thank you so much. Teacher, Tiger Hospital Cup, California. I love California. Cat Dog Market. Thank you so much, guys. So we have some nouns, different nouns, and we have some examples. And you know how we're going to differentiate between them. And we have now 2 examples for 2 words. Now I need you to use only one noun that you mentioned. Guys, everything will go in a loop. So you mentioned some nouns. Choose one noun in a sentence on your own in the chat now.
Okay.
Use one of your nouns in a sentence. You can just say it if you don't like typing. MashaAllah, I have Ielts. Zamalek, Abdullah, you're very faithful. You're a Zamalkawi, Abdullah. Oh, you have an opponent. Ahmed is Ahlawi. Ahmed lives in India. India is a good country. This is sentence.
To travel to. I want to say my sentence instead of.
Yes, say. Go ahead.
It's my dream to travel to California. One
Could you
day.
repeat? I didn't hear that.
It's my dream to travel to California.
Inshallah, with EVS, you're going to travel to California, inshallah. I live in France. I want to drink some juice. The cat is sleeping on my lap. MashaAllah, you're a kind person, Dua. My teacher usually motivates me. You're lucky. One day we'll travel and spend summer in Barcelona. Inshallah. So these are all nouns, guys. Now let's move to the second one. What comes after nouns? Pronouns.
Nouns, yeah.
Before we can go, can you give me any idea what is a pronoun? You can speak this.
Yes, Mr. Hussein. Yes, Mr. Hussein. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, a pronoun is the word replaces the nouns.
Okay, can anyone tell me why do they replace nouns? Why? Why don't I say?
Because in some sentence,
To avoid repetition.
yes, because
yes,
in some sentence
in
we can't repeat the noun.
perfect. So instead of saying Afifa, I just say
Yes.
Ana Afifi, then I replace it with the pronoun. MashaAllah. So guys, do we have only one type of pronouns?
No, we have like object
Many,
pronouns,
right?
subject
Okay.
pronouns.
Okay, I would like you to write 3 different pronouns in the chat now. Type 3 different ones.
Okay.
MashaAllah, Maram. Thank you so much. Maram loves Egyptian people. Yes. He, I, we, my, mine. Yes. Just mention the words, Mr. Ahmed. I, me, mine. Thank you so much. Guys, don't give me titles. I just need the pronouns themselves. We, us, ours, I, my, mine, us, me. Give me examples, different examples. I, we, him, his, her, me. Yes. Thank you so much, guys. Yes, them, they, him, us, they, them, their. Okay, thank you so much. So this is enough pronouns. We assume, as some people mentioned here, we have subject pronouns, we have object pronouns, we have possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns, reflexive, and you guys have to dig and look and just browse the internet to know more about the subjects. So all what we're studying is you can have more and more. We're just shedding the light on the most important ideas. So guys, we're talking about adjectives. I love adjectives. Do you know why we use adjectives, my friends?
Describe
Why
the
we
noun.
use them?
To modify a noun or
Noun.
describe a noun.
Yes, to give more details. So if we're standing and I say, guys, can you see that car? Can you see the car? You say, which car? The street is full of cars. You say, the amazing red car, the most expensive car in the world. So these will make people just ready to accept what you're saying. Describe nouns, yes, perfectly. That's why in your writing, I would like you to use interesting nouns because nouns give life to sentences. It makes them amazing. It make you just draw a picture. I'm gonna give you an example. If I say, guys, I met a boy yesterday. I guess that no one had a picture of the boy. But when I say, guys, I met a really tall boy yesterday, now you're starting to increase the image because you would like to see that tall boy. Okay, thank you so much. Just look at the examples, guys. The adjectives are underlined. Okay, some people and most of you described or said that adjectives come before nouns. They only come before nouns, or I can use adjectives.
They can come after verb, like verb to be.
MashaAllah, excellent, perfect.
They come after linking verbs.
Yes, MashaAllah, perfect. We have
Feel, get, like that.
Yes, perfect.
Like seem, like taste.
Yes, these
like
are
look,
the linking words. Yes, perfect.
like verb to be, like become,
yes.
like get, like fall, like tell.
Great. So sometimes they are used before nouns or after linking words or verb to be and seem, feel, I feel hungry. Okay, so this is what we can say about adjectives. So here some examples of adjectives, and people have different types of adjectives. So sometimes we use an adjective to just describe nouns. So I say that's long, tall, difficult, hard, and so on. Some are proper adjectives when we refer to nationalities. So that's a Japanese person. And quantitative. So I say I have some. Some is an adjective here. It refers to an amount or a number of people or things. Okay. Now, adverbs. Can you tell me, guys? We said adjectives describe nouns. What about adverbs? Do they
Describe a verb.
In the word used to describe the verb, the adjective, the verb itself.
So yes, mashallah, Mr. Abdullah added, because most people think that adverbs are there only to assist verbs.
No.
So I say they ran quickly. But as Mr. Abdullah said, they can also describe adjectives and describe adverbs as well.
Yes.
So
if you like, I can tell you some examples.
Yes, give me, please.
Yes, if I say in a sentence, I am a tall man. Tall in this sentence describes the word or the noun man. So we can, sorry. I speak about adjective. You want me to speak about adverb? Yes. I can say I am very tall. Very in this sentence is an adverb because it describes the word tall. So we can say adverb in this sentence describe the adjective. But if I say I am very well, very is an adverb. In this sentence describes another adverb. The last sentence.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go on. I'm sorry.
Yes. In the last sentence, I can say I speak angrily. Angrily in this sentence is adverb describes the verb speak. That's all.
Okay, guys, now I was just typing. If you agree with Mr. Abdullah, thumb up, say yes. Guys, you have to type. If you're not talking, you have to type. I need to see you doing something here in this day. So, yes, some people thumbed up. MashaAllah, Mr. Abdullah, you have many fans here. MashaAllah. Okay, so guys, let's see. Yes, perfect. So most adverbs end in ly, but it's not coming for everything because it goes for most of the adverbs. Okay, but you have to, guys, you have to just read more about this because it's really too much.
This kind of adverb is called degree adverbs.
Adverbs of degree, yes.
Yes.
And it's really people who's teaching the secondary students are facing some problems here, guys, because this is really my chemistry, right?
Yes.
So my laptop is frozen, that's why I can't read it. Guys, can you improve the quality of this sentence? Any ideas? Using the same words. I would like you to use the same words, but I would like to see a better sentence. Any ideas? We have to think together, guys. Make some change.
Which sentence, Mr. Hassan?
The last one. He drove carefully to the village. I said it, yes. No one is sending me anything in the chat. Are you angry with me, guys?
No.
He's a careful driver. Or...
Yes, thank you so much. This is one of the ways of how you're going to play with words. He's a careful driver. Okay, thank you so much. What else? I need to use the same words, the whole sentence. I'm not going to do without any part here. Guys, if you would like to improve.
Say he drove to the village carefully.
Okay, yes.
We can use the adverb first and put a comma, like carefully he drove to the village.
Thank you so much. You can just start with the adverb, carefully he drove to the village, or you can say he carefully drove to the village. This is a better sentence than the one that we have in front of our eyes. So this is really great, and it's, I guess it's better, inshallah. Now, we come to the most important aspect in the English language.
Verbs, yeah.
Yes, if you don't know verbs, you're losing too much. You're destroying the English grammar.
Some words linking to action.
So, now I don't know why I'm saying so. Why I'm saying that verbs are the most important thing in the whole grammar.
Yes.
But you're going to know after like a while. Oh, we have, if we'd like just to cover the word verbs, we're going to talk too much. But I guess that you know what's the difference between stative verbs and action verbs, and you know too many verbs. Okay, so guys, can I use a sentence, or can we say a sentence without verbs?
No.
Okay, tell me in the chat, because many people are not on cam, so I don't know. Mr. Abdullah kindly said no, so I need to see and hear more answers. I'm not going to depend on only 2 or 3 of you. So no, only 3, 4, 5. The number is going up. No single yes. Okay, so let's see. I don't know as well. We're going to find out later on. So we have think, run, dance, sing, and so on. And you know that verbs take many shapes, many forms, and this is what we're going to study in the tenses part. Okay, my friends, conjunctions.
Yes.
There is one conjunction that you know, Mr. Abdullah. Thanks to Mr. Abdullah, he told us.
Linking words.
Linking words, yes, perfect, Ms. Wala. So tell me one conjunction that you know.
And
a
because
word
and
wild sense.
Words
The fanboys.
Fanboys, yes.
Perfect, great. Okay, we're going to cover this next session, inshallah, when we study types of sentences. Thank you so much, friend.
Yes.
So a conjunction joins 2 words, 2 sentences, 2 clauses. And here's some of the words that you have already mentioned, mashallah. We have brilliant people here. As we said, they can join 2 words or 2 clauses together. Okay, thank you so much. Now, prepositions. I'm sorry to say that this is one of the most confusing lessons in the whole world.
Yes.
I face like dozens of problems studying prepositions because they need someone who can remember everything, and I'm a forgetful person. If you face the same problem, just tell me, guys.
Of course, yes.
Reactions, talk in the cam, type in the chat, speak. Or do you think it's easy? If someone thinks they are easy, I do appreciate you. Help me, please. Tell me, how can I study them?
Aren't. Of course, they aren't easy. They are challenging.
Yes, mashallah, we have. Oh, someone is struggling here. We're struggling. So, alhamdulillah, I'm not the only one who's suffering. Alhamdulillah. I'm sorry, in this part, I like good for people, but I don't like to feel alone suffering from prepositions. Okay, guys. So, and now, can you tell me, Ms. Samah said, no, they are not. I don't know, no, they are not. I forgot. No, they are not easy. No, they are not difficult. Which one? Give me more explanation, please. We're all suffering. Guys, we may have help here. No, they are not easy. Oh, alhamdulillah. +1. So, guys, now, can you please tell me any idea that you know about prepositions? Tell me what you know about prepositions.
Yeah.
Yes?
Links a noun.
Yes.
Perfect.
Can I say something?
I would like you to speak without permission, so just go ahead. Feel free to speak.
Yes, I think preposition help us to know the place, the time of doing something.
So it relates nouns together. So if I would like to know where did Aya go, I'm going to mention to you that she went to school. So we related Aya to the word school. And as Mr. Abdullah said, it also can provide us with the timing, or much information will be known through using prepositions. And what do we call the preposition and the noun that comes after it? Like near the door, on the table. What do we call this part? It's a preposition.
Prepositional phrase.
Prepositional.
Prepositional phrase.
Prepositional phrase.
Yes, yes, great. Waiting for now we have covered the whole 8 different parts of speech, including articles. We're going to study it again here. Now we're going to refer to it. So I would like to speak about how can we just form a sentence. We said that we can just form a sentence using verbs or without using verbs. Just remind me, guys, you answered this before. I would like to hear again.
Yeah, we must use a verb.
We must use a verb. Thank you so much. So here, we're going to learn that I can make a sentence, which is a complete thought using one word, which is a verb, or using one interjection. Like, hey! So people will understand that you're just calling people. Do you want them to pay attention? Or you think, wow. So you're expressing you admire something going on. So sometimes you can just deliver a complete thought using one word. Whether it's a verb, when I say run, so I say you have to run. So this is an order. So yes, I can use one word to express one complete idea. It may be a verb, or it may be an interjection. Okay, guys? So now we have added a new idea to us. Okay, here. Is this normal, guys? So shall I use only one word to express an idea? And thank you so much. This is enough?
Yes, according to the context.
Yes, okay. But normally, how can I form a sentence? Normally, what do I need to form a sentence?
You must start with this subject. After that, we must use a verb.
Do you agree to this, guys?
Yeah, we
agree.
Are enough? Yes, mashallah, Naima. Thank you so much. Guys, I would just reply. Just reply to me. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Asma. To give a complete thought. Like friend greets. I arrived. So these are subject verb. Can I add, what else can I add to my sentence to make it a bigger one? And why?
You can add object.
Yes. Why do I use like object or complement or whatever?
To convey the complete meaning.
You have some verbs that need to be complemented.
Really to give a complete, to complete the meaning, because sometimes we have verbs that are not enough. What else, Miss Iman? You were saying something.
You can also add adjective to the object. You can add the adverb to the verb.
Why?
Details.
To make a meaningful structure.
Yes, and to add more details. Some people look for details, so I just mentioned that Ahmed arrived at the park. He's going to arrive in Rome. He's going to come from Italy. So these are some ideas that people, or details that people like to know. So here, as you can see, he likes. Yes, yes. He likes. He likes what? You have to give me more ideas, as you said, like objects, and sometimes you add adverbs of time or place. Okay. Here, I would like you, I guess that you have already answered this. If I say Peter has nice parents, can you please change the structure of the sentence?
Peter's parents are nice.
That's it. So easy. That's it. Why we're studying this? Because in the listening practice, you're going to find that they say a sentence like Peter has nice parents, and that, so they change the structure somehow. Okay, who can change the second one? Sally plays music beautifully. Who can change the structure?
Music played by Sally is beautiful.
Excellent, that's great. What else? Who can change, guys?
Sally's music is beautiful.
Perfect. Do we have another? Do we have more? We have more.
Sally plays beautiful music.
Thank you so much. What else, guys? We have just learned a way to use adverbs. You can use them. Radwa, I can't hear your voice, Radwa. Tell me something that makes me happy.
Beautifully, Sally plays music.
Beautifully, Sally plays music. Sally beautifully plays music, and so on.
Music is played
so
beautifully by Sally.
Naima changed the sentence into a question, and she's asking, does Sally play music beautifully? Perfect. Thank you so much. And here we just have said everything about prepositions, and we say pronouns, sorry. We say that we use them in order to just avoid repetition. And they are also called determiners, and they consider them as adjectives. Here, as we have just mentioned conjunctions before, here there is a final note. What does this note say, guys? Any ideas? Who can tell me?
Our guide for checking what kind of parts of speech in this word is the dictionary. As in every lexical entry in the dictionary, they tell us, lexicographers tell us if it's a noun, a pronoun, a verb.
Yes, yes, mashallah. And Ms. Dua sent us a good question as well. How, or an exclamatory sentence, how beautiful, that's a question, is Sally's music. So are you going to recommend that your students should know the parts of speech, guys? Sometimes there are some confusing words. Why do you think they are confusing? I would like you to read these two sentences and tell me why can we be confused when we study words, parts of speech? Yes, thank you, Dalia. Thank you, Ms. Dalia. Because some words can just play more than one role. In some sentences, they are verbs, others they are nouns. And nouns can in some sentences they are nouns, in some other sentences they are adjectives. And how can I differentiate between them, guys?
According to the word placed in the sentence.
Yes, according to the context.
Yes.
Okay, so now here, I would like you to look at the chat, guys, because I have my first game here for you. I hope it's this game. Yes, it is this game. Now I'm sending you a link to quizzes. So if you're first time to use quizzes, because it's my favorite, you just choose a name for yourself and please use your first name at least. Then if you have a street name, you can just add it after that. Join my game, please, now. You're going to receive the link after like 2 seconds from now. I don't know if you have already reached the link or not.
Not yet.
Not yet, yes. I see it. I see it here. Okay, okay. Oh, yes, here it comes. Now, let's see how many, who's the fastest to join my quiz? Here we go. No one joined. Oh, someone joined.
2 players so far.
Anyone?
Let's go.
13, Mister, or 14.
You're 14, and it's my laptop is frozen, so I'm going to click start. I hope it works. Okay, now I can see you, but Radwa, if you haven't joined, join now, please.
She already joined.
Radwa has already joined.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Yes,
I
sir,
got disconnected from my laptop. So,
Yes, sir, I'm here.
okay. I may change the link. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I refreshed the page, but it's not working. I refreshed it again. It's my last trial. I hope that we don't lose the link because we were going to restart it. Yes, you're here, alhamdulillah. So go ahead, guys. Who's the first to react? Samah, Wala, Ahmed. MashaAllah. Then Samah. Yeah, and others. This is great. Samah is on top. We have, mashallah, 21 players. This is really great. Mute yourself, Mr. Abdullah. Why are you angry? You made a mistake. It's fine. MashaAllah, we have many players racing. Great. The faster you answer, the better your grade will be.
يا أخي لا.
Mr. Abdullah, mashallah.
لا لا.
It's fine, Mr. Abdullah. It's fine. It's fine.
No. لا 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 ده غلط كبير.
Let's see who's still answering. Mashallah, Ms. Sana is about to finish. Some people haven't finished yet. So guys, please, you have to hurry up. Anyway, it will be, we're gonna send you a new link, inshallah, so that you can practice more and more. Why can't you see your mistakes? Because I said it in order not to see your mistakes. So you can do we have 2 more minutes. Yes, I told you, I would like you to learn from your mistakes. That's why I'm sending you the link again, and you can play like for 14 days. And every time I would like you to change your answer so that you know your mistake. But I don't give you the correct answer. You have to try more and more. The more you try, the better you will be. One more minute.
Fatal mistakes, in fact.
Making mistakes is for humans, so we can't be accepted. Mr. Abdullah, be cool, Mr. Abdullah. We make mistakes. Okay, now let's go back to our session. Yes, guys. Just give me your opinion in the chat.
Mister,
Yes, I'm here.
why can't we see our mistakes?
I guess I answered this question. I told you.
Your voice was lagging.
Ah, yes, okay. So you can't see your mistakes because I disabled this feature.
Why?
I disabled this feature. And I'm going to send you the link again, and you can play for 14 days, and inshallah your mistakes will be fewer and fewer.
Did you mean that? I mean,
Sorry?
did you mean that? Is it for a purpose?
Of
To
course.
disable this feature?
Yes. I changed the feature so that you don't the correct answers do not appear on the screen, or else you're not going to do the quiz again. Okay, now guys, let's go for some articles. Let's see some articles. Here, as you know, that we have a and that. And of course, it's not needless to say that a cat, an orange, the cat, and you know the difference between them. However, I would like you to tell me more ideas, all what you know about a.
Mr. Hussein, I'm sorry, but there
I
is
can't
music
hear you,
sound.
Mr. Hussein.
You can't hear me?
Hear the
Yeah, there is
music
music
of the
Music
the
of
app.
the game is still working, Mr. Hussein.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to end it now. So some here. Now you can't hear the sound of the game, right?
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm not
Thank you.
going to end the game, so that if you would like to go on doing your the similar quiz, the same quiz, you can do it. And I'm going to send you a new link as well to redo the quiz. So type in the chat whatever you know about these 3 articles. I received nothing there.
Speak instead.
Yeah, Mr.
I would like you to type this, please. I'm so sorry. Just mention one idea.
Can we mention examples?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Mr. Hussein.
I would like you to tell me more, all what you know about articles. Yes, we see the cats,
Yeah, Mr. Yeah.
the music, They come before singular nouns. I ate an apple. A cat. Okay. So guys, as you know that we use a and an before indefinite articles before unknown words. So we use them with nouns that we don't really know. So when I say, guys, today I saw a girl. No one here knows which girl I'm talking about. Is she a relative? Is she in my street? Is she in a teacher at school or whatever? Unspecific, as Miss Iman said. However, when I say, guys, today I saw the girl, so you know which girl I'm talking about. So this is the main difference between both categories. However, a and an are used before singular nouns, while that is used when with singular and plural nouns. Of course, you say, you know that a comes before consonants, while an comes before vowels. Okay. So do you know what does a and n mean, guys? What does a and n mean?
Just one. Just one.
One. So one. So when I say I need a pencil, that means I need only one pencil. So here are some rules about articles. We use them before singular count nouns. They have to be counted. So I can say here, most university students own computer. There is a mistake here, guys. Who can correct the mistake?
Either own a computer or computers.
Excellent. Yes, I have to add a. You have to add a before the noun so that I can show whether it's known or unknown. Okay, rule 2. We use it with specific nouns, either singular or plural. This is that. And they are known, well known. So there is a mistake here. Who can find the mistake and correct it?
Title of this course sounds interesting.
Yes, this is one way of correcting the sentence. What else? There is another.
The title?
Perfect. Perfect. So I can say titles or that title. This is to show that this noun is either known or it is plural. So I can do either one. Okay. Here, another sentence. Who can correct the mistake here?
The questions.
Questions.
Okay, so I say the questions. It's the same idea like the one that we have just mentioned. Okay, so here I have another mistake. What should I add here?
And.
Okay, what else?
The.
Yes, what else?
Education.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So we have 3 answers. Some people said and, a, and the, and nothing.
Annotation.
Uncountable.
Yes, we don't use because they can't be changed. We can't change them into plural. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now here, same exercise. What should we use here, Mr. Ahmed and guys? What can we use?
Successful presentations. Successful.
A successful presentation.
Good planning and practice.
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
The.
I guess that only we receive the a and
No, the successful
nothing.
presentations, because presentations is plural.
Yes.
Oh, I just have to change the
The.
lowercase s into uppercase s. Why? Because I can't use a or an because this is plural.
Plural.
I can't use that because it's general now. So here, I guess that the secondary students, teachers know well that this is a whole unit in grammar, using the and using a or an. So it's really a rich lesson that you have to study on your own so that you know and understand why. But normally or basically, we say that we use a or an before the noun which is mentioned for the first time. And if you're going to mention the noun again, you should use that. So I bought a car. The car is red. That's one example. Okay, guys? Okay. Here, we have just explained all those things.
Use.
Here we refer to, as you said, guys, as you mentioned, that we refer to a and an as one. So do you have a pencil? Do you have a pencil? I mean one pencil. Okay, and we can also use the word noun. But when I say do you have one pencil, I'm referring to the number. I'm not referring to the pencil. Okay? Answered like 2 minutes ago to plural. Like the examples. We have already talked about this when we said that with uncountable nouns, we don't use a or an. Because I can't say a money. So I can't say time is a money. It's time is money. And hospitals. So a demand for better care. I can't say a care. Okay. Now we have like a break of 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So guys, feel free to go and prepare a drink or just have some rest before we can go on. I'm gonna pause the recording and please make sure that you ask me to record again. Or would you like to go on, guys? If you don't like to take a break.
No, I was just about to tell you to get us a break, please.
You're the only one who responded, who replied. I guess the people ran away. Though I see this
Just
is a picture.
If we are forced for a
Let's
break,
take a
when
break.
we
5-minute break is
I agree. Just 5 minutes.
Not just me, not just me. Okay.
Thank you so much. So I'm gonna say something and you just say yes or no. Yes means it's accepted, no means it's not. So I bought a cars.
No.
Looking at
Not
my chest.
accepted.
No. No, 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 no. A car. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. So now let's go back to the idea of using tenses. Let's see what do we have here. Of course that, mashallah, we have studied tenses like for a million years. And once you go to first primary, you study tenses. And when you reach grade 4, alhamdulillah, you finish tenses. You study everything related to tenses. And when you go to the secondary stage, you just add some more information, but not that much, to your ideas about tenses. So let's see, what do we have here? I would like you to use, now guys, now, I'd like you to use a paper in your notebook. Use your notebook. Open your notebook and draw this shape. Here, draw a line.
Timeline.
Timeline. Then draw a one that crosses it. I would like to see this in your notebook now. Make it big, guys. Make it big.
okay.
You're done?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
MashaAllah, Radwa, MashaAllah. Yes, and Iman. Thank you so much. Now let's see what are we going to do, guys. How many squares do we have now?
4.
4 squares.
Or
Perfect.
None of squares. We don't have squares here.
Yes, we don't have. We act like we have. Okay, now tell me, on the one on the left here, I would like you to write a sentence about something you do every day in the same part. Write a sentence that represents something that you do every day.
Okay.
I go to work every
Now
day.
do. Now do it. If you're
Yes.
done, on the right, write something that you're doing now.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, write it, yes, perfect. Below that, I would like you to write something you started. No. I would like you on the left to write something that you did and do not mention the time. Something that you really did and do not mention the time. Don't tell me when did you do it.
I have been to Cairo.
Oh, don't say, Mr. Abdullah, just write. And in the last part, I would like you to tell me about something that you really started, but you're still doing till this moment.
Mm.
Oh, mashallah, Maram. Maram cooks every day. You're lucky. And you're drinking coffee? Okay, thank you so much. You're drinking coffee and you didn't invite your brothers and me. Thank you. Okay, so now I guess that you finished. You finished that. Let's see. Your 4 examples should follow these patterns. So in the first one, I eat breakfast every day. I guess that you talked about yourself, so no S will be found here. I eat breakfast every day. You said, I guess that you wrote, tell me, just type the verb, guys, that you used. Just type the verb that you used. We're playing a game, Aya. I don't know if you heard us or not. Yes, drink. Dua wrote drink. What other verbs do you do? Drink. Drink. Wake up. MashaAllah. Go. Watch. What else? Only 7 answers. Cook. Yes, someone said cook. You're like Maram. Have. Brush. Your second sentence must include an ing verb because we said something that is happening now. Tell me the structure. Tell me the structure that you wrote in the second sentence. The verb. Write the verb. Pray. MashaAllah, may Allah accept your good deeds. Atallah. Okay, I'm having, writing, take, watching, write. I'm helping, listening, taking, studying. Perfect. Okay, so next time, inshallah, when I ask you to write the progressive verb, you have to include MSR because this is part of the game. I can't write taking, drinking, having without MSR unless, or we're not going to call them progressive. The third one, I said, write something that you started, but don't mention the time. This is what we have for the present perfect, because this game is for the present tenses, all the present tenses. So if you use past simple, I'm so sorry because I highlighted the word no time. Do not mention the time. So I have someone with
Present
chart.
perfect.
Have submitted, have played. Even if you wrote a past simple verb, just change it into present perfect. Have met, perfect. Have started, has played. I don't know how did you write has played. We have because I have played. I have built, perfect. Have wanted, yes. Oh, okay, so now for the last one, if you remember, we said, write something that you have already started, but it's still going on. So how can we write this? I have been living in Asia for 10 years. I have been living. I would like you to write this structure. I hope that you have written so. Have been studying. Yes, perfect. Who else like Samah? Have been studying as well, mashallah, Ahmed. Have been working, have been attending. Who else? Okay, so mashallah, now we have covered all the present tenses in one game. And by playing this game, you differentiate between all those somehow confusing tenses. especially if we implement the past simple with them. But because we're covering the present tenses, we're not going to talk about the past simple now. So what are tenses? What tenses? I simply, when I refer to this idea, I just tell my students and learners that tenses are the time in which something happens. And I just give them like those examples to differentiate between the use of the verbs. So, and technically, for teachers, for my dear friends who are teachers here, do not ever explain a tense highlighting the keywords. Because I can use for in past simple, I can use it in present perfect simple, I can use it in present perfect progressive. So if you just confirm the idea that this keyword is for present perfect, no one will use it in past simple, and if it came in the exam, if they found it in the exam, they will say the teacher told us no. So please make sure that you deliver the message that what are you using the tense for? This what determines which tense to use. So I have 12 tenses. I can divide them into 3 times. What are the 3 times that we have, guys?
Past, present, future.
Past, present,
Past,
future.
present, future.
Perfect. So simple.
Past, present,
So
future.
simple. Past, present, future.
Yeah.
And I have 4 aspects for each one. What are they?
Progressive, perfect.
Simple, progressive,
Progressive.
perfect,
Perfect.
Perfect.
I have the simple
perfect,
form.
progressive.
I have the progressive form. I have the perfect simple. I have the perfect progressive.
Progressive.
I just didn't write the perfect progressive. Okay, so great. These are the 4 present tenses. I know that you know them so much, but this is just an overview for all of them together. How you say this in past, present, and future. You can take a screenshot, you can take a picture, or we're going to send you the file. So it's just feel free to focus and pay attention. And alhamdulillah, you know everything. This is the present simple. I do not need to just exert effort saying this. Now, what I care for is the use. Why are you using present simple? Look at these examples and tell me, why do we use present simple here? What do I understand when I say he goes to the market every weekend? We ride our bikes to school.
Something he's doing every
Or
day.
habits.
Our routines.
Yes,
Habits.
it's
Daily
routine. Routine. And students have to understand that this routine doesn't have to happen every day, but it regularly happens. Okay. What about these 2? What do they tell us?
Facts.
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 And you have to explain to your students that these are facts that do not change. However, they do not change. They call them permanent facts, but there is no permanent fact on earth except from that there is only one Allah and that we're dying. So, because even when you say that the sun comes from the east, one day it will never come from the east, it will come from the west. So if you would like to add some value to your teaching, you have to tell them that this is in dunya only. This is a permanent fact. But we know that it's not absolute, because one day they will change.
Levels. For higher
Sorry?
levels. For higher levels.
I don't know. I don't really know, but I used to say so. Maybe because I used to teach secondary students and they know much about this. I don't know. For kids, you don't have to say this.
Yeah.
It's up to you anyway. Okay, now number 3. Tell me, read and tell me, what do we use it for here?
Imperatives.
Sorry?
Directions.
Yes, perfect. When you give instructions and you give directions, use present simple. When you buy clothes, you find this inside and they give you instructions on how to wash. Okay, can you add more uses, please? We do use the present simple for more uses. Can you mention one at least?
Schedules and timetables, these things.
Any ideas?
For scheduling some when we
Yes.
talk about a schedule.
Yes.
For telling stories.
Okay. Please mute yourself, my friend. Yes, thank you so much. So we use present simple while commenting on a match. So if you're listening to the foreigner announcer in a match, they do not say the player is shooting. No, he shoots. They just say he shoots. And in newspaper headlines, yesterday, Egypt wins the match against Germany. How come the match was yesterday? How come you mention it today saying Egypt wins the match? Because this makes suspense. You do remember your الأخبار الأهرام when they mentioned مصر تفوز. Habibi, the match was yesterday. I should have said فازت. Okay. Mute, guys, mute. There is more than one person with their mics open. So thank you so much. Guys, mute yourselves, please. Mute yourselves. Thank you so much. So here, we do use present simple for more than one aspect rather than the three things that we said. But I counted that. I know that like 98% of you are teachers, so mashallah, you know everything. And needless to say that he walks, he talks, and does stuff because we're not going to spend time saying things like that. Now we go for the present progressive. So I say I'm singing. Are you singing? Now read these uses and tell me, what do we understand? What do you understand when I'm saying I'm doing some housework now?
What is happening? What's going?
Yes, perfect. It's an action that is happening at the moment of speaking. Okay, what about these two ones? Why do we use the present progressive here? Excellent. Alia is adding value. She said something which is incomplete because I'm still doing. And if you draw this on the timeline, because Miss Iman likes the timeline so much, and Miss Naima, I guess, do you like the timeline, Miss Naima?
Says schedules.
Okay. So if you're using the timeline, guys, you're going to start at some certain points before present. Because Mr. Abdullah, when I asked him to mention one progressive sentence, he said, I'm listening. Which means that he started listening some moments before he says the sentence.
In the middle of
Mr. Abdullah?
In the middle of an action.
Yes, perfect. So now for the second use here, guys, I'm reading a book called On the Road. It's something which is going on and it's unnecessarily at the moment. So when I say, guys, I'm reading a book about Italy, that doesn't mean I'm reading now, but these days I'm reading a book. So this is also one of the uses of the present progressive. Here, what do I understand from these sentences? It's getting dark outside. The weather is turning cold. Any ideas?
Change.
Productions.
Reaction.
Yes, thank you so much. Keep trying. Give me more ideas. Keep trying.
Something happening suddenly.
Okay, thank you so much. I have some chats, new chats. Excellent. Thank you so much, guys, for your trials. I really appreciate them. Guys, it means that something is developing. Look, it's getting dark. It's getting It's becoming darker and darker. Yes, yes, thank you so much. Okay, now here. What do you understand when I say he's usually working at this time? We're normally on our way home by now. Excellent, excellent, Miss Dalia. Yes, yes, I really use it this way. When I say he's always making noise in my class, you're complaining. Now, I would like you to tell me, why do I use the present progressive when I say he's is usually working at this time?
Doing a habit.
Excellent. MashaAllah.
Repeated action.
Regular action, perfect. Habit or repeated action.
Repeated action, yeah.
Yes, perfect, perfect. Guys, I wrote I'm believing in God and I crossed it so that you understand that it's not correct. Can anybody explain why it's not correct?
Because believe is a state verb.
Yes, mashallah.
We shouldn't put it in the progressive. We should put
We
in the
have to-
present simple one.
Yes, we have to take care of this crucial point because some students do not know the difference between the state verbs and the
We
action
have a-
verbs, and they don't
Yes.
even know. They don't even know what's the difference between I smell roses and I'm smelling the roses. So sometimes, as you know, that we can use the state verbs in ing form. So I can say, can anyone tell me why? Can anyone remind me why? How can I use the state verb in an ing form? Any ideas?
That before in C1 level grammar, but I forgot that.
Yes, yes, we all studied this and we're just here to remind each other. So I can say, I taste with my tongue. And this is state verb, Mr. Abdullah. And I can say,
Yes.
excuse me, I'm tasting the soup. So this is an action verb here. I'm tasting because you're doing something.
Something is not changing.
Yeah, we sometimes use state verbs maybe in different meanings.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
gives
Just
different
like the
meanings.
verb, like the verb see.
Yes. Okay.
See,
So
I'm
here
seeing
we
a
know
doctor.
we know the idea of these verbs, which are state verbs, and sometimes we can use them as an action verb, but they have different meanings, like the verb have. Like when I say I have a mobile, you didn't hear that, right? Nothing happened. So I have a mobile, and I can say I'm having lunch now. Have here means I'm eating
Yes.
lunch.
Eating lunch.
Okay, so this is the perfect tense. Perfect tense. This is perfect simple. I've visited Paris, and we use. And by the way, I know that this tense is very confusing. It's really confusing, and if you just applied for a job, and the teachers or the school would like to test if you're a perfect teacher or not, they will ask you to differentiate between present perfect and past simple because they are really complicated. So here, now I would like you to read these sentences and tell me, why do we use present perfect?
Because we didn't mention the time of the happening
Yes.
of these actions.
Yes, perfect. That's why I told you, tell me something
this
that you started, but don't mention the time.
And this is an experience, something that I have done before.
Mr. Ahmed, can you please repeat?
This is an experience, something that I have done before. She has eaten
Excellent. Yes.
sushi.
Perfect. And Ms. Dalia also said that things that have started and just finished, and the results can be in present as well. Okay, so
he will speak about the action, not about the details.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah.
Because
we're going to refer to your point again. So it's a finished action that happened in a time that we don't know or we didn't mention. Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Samah and Mrs. Aya. General information, past simple is for details. Okay. Now We have also some, I guess that one of our sisters mentioned this. Yes, it's Miss Dalia who said that something that happened and it has its effect on present. Yes, thank you so much. Now, here, it refers to things that really happened, started in the past, and it may or may not be continued. We don't know. So we have lived in Mecca for 6 years. Maybe I'm going to live more, or maybe not. I have been studying. This is present perfect progressive. And Mr. Abdullah referred to one of the big differences between the two tenses. Because I'm so sorry to say that some teachers do not say accurate things about the difference between these two sentences. So let's see what do we have here. I've been learning Spanish for 6 months. We've been dating for 2 years.
Yes.
So what do you understand from these sentences, guys? Why don't we use it?
Yes, I started, but I don't finish.
Okay, so what else?
All these matters are happening up to now.
Yes.
They
Any
may be
ideas in the chat?
continuous. They may be progressive in the future.
Okay, thank you so much. Any more ideas? Thank you for your trials, my friends. I really appreciate your answers and your participation. So we just described ongoing activity that happened and lasted for a while, and it's still on, as you mentioned. Okay, now here, to explain a present
Yes.
state. But here I understand that the action is not on. It's not on. So I say, someone will ask me, what's wrong? I have been working for 2 hours, 2 days. I have been running for 3 hours. I'm not running now, but I am explaining why I'm doing so. So this is why that the difference between the perfect simple and the perfect simple, just focus on the action. The present perfect progressive, this is what we really have to pay attention to. So we have kids and you have brothers and sisters. So when you, why don't you study? They say, I studied. They say, I have studied. So I have studied here. They focus on the action itself. And we repeat the same question saying, why don't you go and study? Hey, I have been studying for 2 hours. So here I focus on the length. They didn't mean to say about studying. They would like to refer to the length of the time, to the duration. So sorry, what's that? Oh. Okay. Now past simple. Here, what does this mean? What do you understand?
Something happened and finished.
Yes. Okay. Yes, thank you, Ms. Wala, for your answer.
Time is clear for the time of the action, like 2007 years ago.
Action in the past, and I should mention the time in which it happened. What about the second part? We called her every day. He spoke with her grandmother often. Here? Yes, Mr. Ahmed, go ahead.
Happened in the past.
Sorry?
Something happened in the past.
Yes, something in the past
Actions?
and
Happened in the past.
I couldn't hear what you said. I'm so sorry.
Happened in the past. Something.
Yes, mashallah, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you so much. You said habib, but I missed it. Thank you so much. Yes, perfect. And I can use also, I use the word always, often. That's why I myself do not count on the keywords in teaching tenses. Mr. Ahmed, if you would like to speak or ask something, Mr. Ahmed Sibai.
Okay.
Okay. Now Past progressive. I know this is one of the best lessons that you like to teach your students because it's an interesting one. While you're saying we were walking our dogs last night at 10 last night. So you're referring to something that happened at a specific point and it lasted for a while. Guys, I would like you to highlight this fact that the difference between progressive and simple is that progressive takes time. So sometimes you say, I study English. And you say, I was studying English. This means more time was spent. It's like twice. I was washing the dishes when I cut my hand. Something was happening when another thing interrupted it, right? Okay, but there is also a different thing in which you say she was driving to work when her friend was making research.
Both actions are happening at the same time.
Yes, two things happening at the same time, and they do not interrupt each other.
Yeah.
Yes. We just said this now. And guys, by the way, I guess you know, mashallah, that there is no difference between when and while. They are the same. You can say, when she was studying, I came. Or she was studying when I came. Both are correct. Here, the past perfect. Okay, who can tell me why do we use the past perfect? It's formed by adding had and the third form of the verb. Okay, any ideas?
Let's talk about something was completed before another, right?
Before another action happens, yes. This is great. So it describes a repeated action or situation. And normally we have two sentences, one in the past simple and one in the past perfect. And it gives reasons as well. Like here, I wasn't afraid because I had expected the worst. Which one happened first? I expected the worst. So it explains situations. And that this verb took longer. Here, they had been studying for several hours when the phone rang. Same idea that we have said. And why do we study past simple, guys? Because we'll need it in writing one, the first task in writing. So when we study writing, inshallah, we're going to know why was the past simple or the past tenses really important. Because you're going to just describe a chart or a graph, and you have to refer to that in the past. So you say in 2001, the rate went up. That's why you're using past simple. And you can also refer to past perfect when you say that something happened before something else. Okay. Now, I'm not going to explain the future tenses. I just would like you to tell me, I'm not going to show you the presentation. You will tell me, how can I differentiate between the different aspects of the future simple tense? You have your chat, you have your mics, open your mic and speak, type in the chat. It's the same. Okay, who's the first one to tell me how can I express a future event? MashaAllah, all of you are raising your hands. MashaAllah, I'm really happy. Okay, so we have Nermeen is the first to react. First to react. Quick decisions, I can use will. I don't want you to mention this. Just give me sentences.
Okay.
Mention some sentences, guys. Any ideas?
She will be
the train leaves at 10, mashallah, Ayam. The train leaves at 10. When you give schedule, plan, appointments, you use present simple. The train leaves. I can't say the train will leave because the train leaves anyway. I will come. I will cook some tomorrow, some spaghetti. So Iman may cook, may not. Something which is not very sure. Yes, I'm going to Alex after 2 days. I'm going to Alex. This is present progressive, which is different from I'm going to travel to Alex.
I'm going to travel. Yes, yes. This is what I exactly wanted to write.
Yes, I'm going to Alex. This is present progressive. I'm going to travel. This is present. This is going to plus infinitive. Can anyone explain explain the difference between I'm going to travel and I'm traveling?
I think I'm going to just a thought in my mind. I'm going to, it means that I already had the tickets for the trip.
Thank you so much, Nermeen. Who would like to add to what Nermeen said, or who would like to oppose what Nermeen said?
I'm traveling means that like you're holding your luggage and you're leaving the house. But I'm going to means that you planned and you booked a ticket maybe, but you are not on the way yet.
Any other idea? Okay, I just would like to, when I explain the future tense, I just make it like steps. So I'm sitting with my friends like now, and we're watching a match or we're talking, and I decided to say something. I would like to say something. So I say, guys, I will travel to Russia. It suddenly came to my mind. I have no plans. I just said the word. I'm not sure if I'm going to travel or not.
It's a good decision.
Maybe I don't have any money to travel. So that's a quick decision, as our dear Nermeen said. So it's a quick decision. After I said this, Ahmed al-Sibai said, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, let's prepare for the action. So when you start preparing, you use going to.
Planning.
Now you start planning and you start preparing. Ahmed al-Sibai will say, how much money do you have? Where will you stay? Can we contact our dear friend who lives in Russia to arrange? So while you're arranging, when you finish all your arrangements, you say, we're traveling.
I am traveling.
So now this is the difference between the 3 different stages. In the first stage, you have nothing. You have no plan. You may not be ready to travel. You just said an idea that came to your mind. But in the second one, when we use I'm going to travel, that means you're preparing. So when I hear Ahmed Sabah saying, hello friends, we're going to travel to Russia like after 2 months. So I know that he's still preparing his own process. But when Ahmed says, we're traveling to Russia, everything is settled. Of course, as people who know that there is Allah and there is nothing very sure until you do it, sometimes you change your plans. But for those people who may not have Allah and they don't know anything about that, they think that this will happen for sure. Okay, so away from this part, this is difference in culture. So we use we're traveling, which means we're traveling. Nothing will stop us. Okay, and if you're ready, Mr. Abdullah, you're going to say the plane flies at 7. Don't be late, Mr. Abdullah, or we're going to go without you. Okay, so here I use the present simple to talk about trains, planes, schedules, exams, and so on. This was a quick review on the simple future tense. And do not forget that we can use will and more than. Yes, here, mashallah, Ms. Dalia wrote a list of will. I was about to say this. We use will for different purposes. And you know that. Feel free to mention one thing and we can explain what does will reflect here. Like I will read, I will go with you tomorrow. This is promise. I will go with you. And you know, I never fulfilled my promise, but it's okay. I give promises. It's fine. So tell me one use of will. Type me in the chat. I don't know why people, why you don't send me in the chat or even speak. Any more ideas? MashaAllah, Miss Dalia killed will. She wrote, oh, she killed the whole tense, including future progressive.
Can you save the chat?
I saved the chat.
In a document?
Yes, I saved. Guys, I would like you to mention the sentence. Mention the sentence and we will try to figure out if this is promise, request, or whatever. So give me a sentence. Give me a sentence. Thank you so much, Miss Samah. Give me a sentence. Where is Miss Dua? Miss Sahar, Miss Dalia, mashallah, finished. Miss Rama, Miss Sana, Miss Iman, Mr. Muhammad, Miss Wala, Mr. Ahmed Muhammad. Stop doing that or I will tell your dad. He died. You can tell him. I don't care. Okay. Who else? So this is a kind of, what's that? He's threatening me. Yes. He's threatening me. Okay, I saved the chat and I'm going to complain. I'll bring you some flowers. Thank you so much, Mrs. Iman. Wallah, I need flowers. Send me flowers. Maybe I'm not very well. Thank you. I will do my best to help you.
We all need flowers.
Okay, thank you so much. So that will have reached do not happen, but will have finished by a specific time in the future, but will have been reaching. Yes. Okay, I think I will rain or I expect it will probably rain tonight. Yes, this is something
prediction
may not happen. Do your homework or I will give you a present. Okay, give me a present. I will not do my homework. Thank you. I'm hungry. I will have something to eat. Quick decision. Thank you so much. So, mashallah, we have covered well. We use it for promise, give a promise. We will offer requests and so many things, punishing or threatening to punish and so on. Now as we explained the difference between I'm going to study and I'm studying. And we said that the plane leaves and the plane flies and such stuff. Now let's move to a different or a more a different lesson. Like
before moving to the other point, excuse me.
Saying, I will be studying. Complete my sentence. I will be studying. Will be studying. Complete my sentence. There is a missing part here.
At 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, MashaAllah, thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah. At 7 tomorrow. So I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about at 7. At
particular
7
time in the future.
I'll be studying. Thank you so much. At this time tomorrow, thank you so much, Dalia. So this is really great, MashaAllah. So we use will be studying, will be eating, will be sleeping to refer to a specific time in the future. Okay, now tell me, what does it mean to say by 10 tomorrow, I space my exams complete. I changed the question.
I will have finished my exams. I will have finished my exam.
Okay, do you agree to this, guys? Thumb up or thumb down?
Yes.
Thumb up or thumb down? Yes, I agree with Mr. Abdullah. I can't disagree with Mr. Abdullah. So we'll have finished. Why finished? Because it refers that something will happen before the time comes, before that time comes. And what's the difference between by Monday, listen carefully, by Monday, I will have completed my task. By Monday, I will have been completing my task.
The first sentence, the action will be finished by Monday. Yep. But the second one, I will be in the middle of the action.
Thank you so much.
That's right.
Okay, now we have come to the end of our session. I have another game for you to play on tenses. However, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm sending you the games, 3 different games, 3 different grammar games. And they will be available for like 13 days from now. So you go on playing, and I'm going to explain why I do not give you the answers again, because I would like you to try till you reach the correct answer. What comes easy goes easy. So, alhamdulillah, you know now how kind I am. That's, I said in the beginning, I'm kind. Alhamdulillah, I prove it. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope that I learned from you today, and I hope that it was easy for you to start your IELTS course. Inshallah, next time we have more and more of the same stuff. Thank you so much, and if you would like to
Excuse me?
Yes.
Will you send us reference handouts or something?
On Munaya. Do you know Munaya? Do you upload your stuff on Munaya on time? Now you're going to suffer if you don't upload your stuff.
Yeah.
Please, could they upload it tomorrow morning, because it happened on the TESOL? They uploaded things maybe afternoon. In the afternoon.
I'm going, guys. Let's see how we're going to do this. I'm going to send the link of the files right after the session, and I'm uploading my video on YouTube. Once it's finished, I'm gonna send the link again on Munaya. So it was really an amazing night to see you today, and I'm really happy to see all of you. Inshallah, we'll see you more often. If you would like to tell me any piece of advice to make the session more interesting, I happily accept. If you don't like to tell this to me, you can tell Radwa. If you don't like to tell Radwa, don't tell her, just pray for me to improve the session. All possible answers are available. Thank you so much, guys.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hickson. Can I just
actually
say
interesting, Mr. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Okay, just want to tell something. So, like, I have passed by. I was lucky to attend like a placement test for a 10 years old boy. And I started to speak to him because I found that he could use all the tenses perfectly, like the past continuous, the present perfect. Mostly, most of the tenses he used it perfectly. And actually, it was just because he listened a lot and he practiced a lot. So that was just my advice for your students, not for you. That's it.
MashaAllah. Thank you so much. If you would like to share ideas, guys, you're welcome. You don't like to speak. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Bye bye.